Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know in chat if you can. But today I want to talk about the 9 reasons why your sales are slow and go into detail about it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And last time I tried to do this, I was trying to burp my 7-week-old baby at the same time. Very difficult and it did not work. He cried the whole time. Thank you guys for all the different suggestions. I was doing some research and I think that at 8 weeks, 7 or 8 weeks of development, they go through their second big development stage. So I don't think there's really anything you can do except for maybe let them do a little bit of crying, maybe tilt them a little bit more football style. A bunch of people gave me some really good suggestions, so thank you. But let's get into the 9 reasons why your sales are slow. Today we are coming live from my car, which I found I can fit a pallet jack into if I fold it flat. Okay, so what are we talking about today? Number one, the reason why your sales are slow is because you have an item that is not popular. So I'll give you guys an example. I've been shopping for a minivan, as you guys know. And if you sell a minivan, right, that is a desirable brand, that let's say Chrysler, Toyota, and Honda, Kia, those are the top 4 brands that people are looking for a minivan. Those are very popular. They're hot, right? And then once you already have something popular, it just comes down essentially to price and can people actually find it. So I like car gurus because they say great price, good price, fair price, poor price. So it gives you an idea, like, is this car a good deal? Is it a bad deal? Is it a great deal? So is your item hot to begin with, number one? Number two, is it a great deal? Because if you have great items at a great deal, you would have no inventory. If all you sold was Hondas and Toyotas and they were all below market price, you would not have any cars in stock. Everybody is looking for those. Everybody wants those at a good deal. Your sales would be through the roof unless you posted your Honda Odyssey in the Chevrolet Astro category, right? People wouldn't be able to find it. If you put your Toyota Sienna in the Toyota Previa minivan category, nobody would find it because they're looking for something, not being able to find it. Someone, I for Profit, is saying Kia is taking over low key. Kia is doing really well. Their reliability points are not as high, but the Kia Carnival, that's a pretty cool minivan. So I do think that, and their cars look way better than everybody else's cars. Hyundai and Kia are on point as far as their styling. But that's also important. So if you're Kia, how do you compete with Honda and Toyota if your cars are not as reliable? You make them cooler. They're way better. If you guys look at the styling, the Toyota Honda styling is very old. It's very aged. It does work, but it's very aged. So you can buy the tried and reliable for a little bit more expensive, or roll the dice with the Kia. It's less reliable, a little bit cheaper, but looks a lot better. So something to consider. So once you have an item that people want at a price that's already good, by the way, guys, promotions is not on this list. You guys are like, what promoted listings rate do I need? Guess what? If you have a Honda Odyssey or a Toyota Sienna, you don't need any promotions. You could literally park your car on the side of the road with the sign and somebody would buy it because that's how many people are looking for that car. One of the annoying things is trying to buy a new one. You have to pay like $5,000 over sticker price. Somebody wrote, that's because every family wants one. That's why they can charge so much for it. They're charging, it's $50K new. Somebody paid 59 grand for a fully loaded one. A minivan, $60,000. Just because every family needs one. Everybody wants one. Everybody wants all the options. Right? So if you have a base one with no options, not going to be as desirable as one with everything. I know this may sound obvious, but a lot of people are putting plain white shirt and they're competing against an amazing shirt with all this amazing cool stuff on it, on trend, great price. They have their basic white tee at $80 and somebody has a Balenciaga full embroidery shirt with Muhammad Ali on it for $60. Your shirt is overpriced and worse. So it's like not as desirable, priced way higher. It's like a you gotta be kidding me price. So great, good, fair, poor, you gotta be kidding me. A lot of people are prices that you gotta be kidding me price. Okay, next is your thumbnail, your first picture. Your first picture is gonna let the customer know, number one, do you have it? Really important. If you post a stock picture, they don't know automatically that you actually have that item. This morning I was posting in the group, I posted my friend Matt's store versus Brian. They sell in the same category, but Brian's photos aren't heavily photoshopped, so it looks like he has the item. Matt's pictures are so good that it looks like a stock photo. It doesn't look real. Like the items don't look like what you would get in person, and definitely it's kind of like over promising on the customer because the pictures are insanely good on a pre-owned item. So that being said, your profile picture is really important. Having as many pictures as you can, as you guys know, helps you rank higher. So profile picture is really important. If they don't like what they see, they're not even going to click into your listing. Let me know, guys, on how the background noise is, because the trunk is actually open. So I'm curious. I'm like how loud is that truck? Probably really loud, but
I don't know.
I'm curious. So okay, next is your title, right? Title is super important. If your title's in the wrong order, people aren't going to be able to find it. I'm actually looking right now at a Rolex that I typed in Rolex, and their listing did not come up because they used the word authentic first. It's pretty funny. So like, they're selling a Rolex and they're actually ruining it by putting the word authentic first. So this, I'm not joking. On this listing, the brand is authentic. It's a Rolex watch and the brand is authentic. Yo, guys, how many people are not going to find this Rolex because it's in the wrong category?
Yeah.
Is this starting to make sense, guys? Because here you have something that's really good, right? They're asking $40,000 for this. People can't find it. Who is looking for an authentic watch and that's the brand? I mean, that simple mistake, it's only one little mistake, but people are not going to be able to find your item. That's what we talk about in the group. That's what we focus everything on. And the flavor of the month is what people talk about like for that month, and then they forget about it. How to make your titles pop is like, that comes up a couple times a year because it's so important. Okay, so now we got something that people actually want, price that people actually want to pay, gets them in there. Photos, title, that's 4. Number 5 is going to be condition description. Most of the items we guys sell as resellers, we are selling pre-owned items. Condition is really important. If you just put pre-owned see photos, that leaves some to be desired. That doesn't really let the customer know exactly what it is that you have. If you guys can go in there and add 1 or 2 pieces of information that are actually important, like, hey, check the left shoe, it has this little wear on it. Check the right corner of of the box, it's got a little wear right there. That will show the customer that you care, and that's going to set you apart from 9 out of 10 sellers who do not do that. Most people just put used, take it or leave it, don't open a return, don't ask any questions. That's like not the best way to do customer service, but how many people listening right now are annoyed by questions that customers get? And if you guys have any questions, throw in the chat. This is our live Q&A. I do it every single Monday. So appreciate you guys. I want you to ask as many questions as you can. If you do not know why your sales are slow, you can listen to this video again and go through the checklist and be able to figure out why. So next is item specifics. Item specifics is really, really important. Item specifics are going to essentially help your item get found in the search results. I can't believe how loud it is here, at least for us. You guys are saying it's manageable, right, but it is loud. This, being in and normally we're filming videos inside the shop, but today we are in the car, keeping it live. So item specifics are really important. People always ask, what is the least number of item specifics that I need to fill out? Which ones are important? Which ones are not important? So in the group, we advocate all the required ones, all of them perfect, all the recommended ones that you think the customer would care about. Does that make sense, guys? What does the customer care about? And all the required have to be as accurate as possible. Super duper important. Okay, guys, so that is are we at number 5 or number 6? I think we're at number 6. Let me see here. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we do.
Okay, let me just finish up.
Okay.
So, item specific is really important. Your return policy is really important. Your reputation is really important. So your feedback, try to get it close to 100% as you can. And then your customer service. Customer service is actually number 1, but I left it for the very end. But if you're not answering questions quickly, you're not answering offers quickly, you're not going to get very many sales. I left promotions intentionally off this list because you don't need it. There's 9 different promotions on eBay. We talk about it in the group all the time, but it doesn't matter if you don't do the first 9 things right. Like, you can't polish a turd, as they say. And you certainly can't sell an item that's really good if people can't find it. So, got to sell good stuff. People got to be able to find it. Got to be a good deal. So, appreciate you guys. Let's get into Q&A.
Laura says, can you help me understand the eBay calculator?
Okay, So the eBay calculator is going to help you figure out how much profit you made. So if you sell an item for $20, so the question is, we talk a lot about the 8 and the 30. What does that really mean? We're saying that if you buy something at the thrift store for $8 or less, right? You put that in the eBay calculator, cost of goods, $8, you spent 8. You sell for 30 plus shipping plus tax. So let's say it's $30, it's priority, it's a pair of shoes, you charge 13 for shipping. So 30 plus 13, right? Customer pays $43 plus an average of 7% tax. So that's like $46 the customer paid for an item that you sold. So you gotta know all of these numbers in the eBay calculator and what they mean. And the reason why $46 is important is $46 is how your eBay fees are calculated. They calculate fees based on the total amount collected by eBay. They charge you a fee on the entire amount. That being said, like on Poshmark, on Whatnot, they do not do that. They charge you only the fees on what the item sold for. So when you compare apples to apples, on Poshmark, your fees are actually closer to around 13 to 16%, even though they take 20% from the sale price. But on eBay, a lot of people promote their listings. And remember, you're paying eBay final value fees and a promoted listings rate on the entire amount, including shipping and including tax. So a lot of people, even though they're paying 12% up front for their eBay fees, when you add in the store, the promotions, their store subscription, all of that ends up being 16 to 20% for a lot of resellers. That's why the eBay sales calculator is so important. So you can figure out how much did the customer pay, how much did they pay for shipping, how much did they pay in tax, how much did you pay in shipping, how much did you pay for the item. And then there's always a miscellaneous tab. And for that, it might be how many miles are you driving, how much equipment do you have, your shipping supplies, your home office deduction, your shipping poly mailers, all of that stuff, your tape gun, your tape, your fancy Rolo printer, all that stuff added in gives you your final profit. That's what you pay tax on. In the group specifically, we're aiming everybody at earning $100,000 a year. You don't have to make $100,000 a year. We just want to equip you with how to do it, right? At least you know how. You choose to do a little bit less, spend more time at the golf course, that's perfectly fine. But we want you to at least know how.
DS says, can someone tell me why eBay only presents an option for FedEx during shipping? I used to be able to select a courier, but now no other options.
It probably depends on the type of packaging and maybe the buyer address. The buyer address. Sometimes there are certain things people don't, they don't offer. I think I have heard before that if you abuse a certain shipping carrier, maybe they turn off their account for you, but I'm not sure. That might be a case-by-case basis. I don't know if every single one of your items you can no longer offer anything else, or maybe you have a button clicked that only shows FedEx, but you should be able to have any option, and also the option to upload your own tracking information.
A comment from the Odd Oddish says, hello everyone, hope everyone is killing it today in the middle of listing then shipping for our 4-day weekend.
Yeah. You guys, I have to rent a moving truck today to take my packages. It's literally insane. Happy Memorial Day. Hopefully you guys had very fruitful sales. I had around a $40,000 weekend. There's so many freaking packages. It's literally mind-blowing. I'm literally renting a moving truck. There's so much stuff.
Wow.
Is the place where the eBay calculator is available on eBay? So Laura, they're actually working on integrating it so that it's obvious. Like on Poshmark, when you sell something for $40, they say right up front, you're going to be earning $32. eBay is sneaky about it. They don't really tell you. You kind of need a PhD to figure it out. So unfortunately, you got to know the numbers in your head. So Laura, please, please, please do the exercise that Tech and Sports recommended. So in our group, he recommends that you handwrite what your average cost of goods is. So let's say it's $5. And then what the profit is at $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Do the experiment where you write down all the different amounts that you sell the item for, so you know, okay, I got this item for $5. If I sell it for 99 cents plus shipping, I lose $6. At 1, I lose 5. At 2, I lose 4. And you learn all those numbers based on your average cost of goods sold. Then when you go out, you can definitely immediately understand how much money you're making. Because looking up the eBay calculator, you've already lost compared to people that do it in their head. Like I can make a deal on an item in my category really fast because I know where I need to be at for the item. I'm looking for at least 3 times plus shipping. So if I buy something for 5, I'm looking for 15 plus shipping. If I buy something for 10, I'm looking for 30 plus shipping. That's just the way I'm doing my model. It's different for different people. And I like to stay in what's called everyday value. So ideally for me, all my items would sell for under $100, 60 to 100, to make it the best that I can.
ACR says, hi, at what point do you have to pick a plan on eBay, like a number of listings?
So you don't need a store subscription ever. It just allows you access to do promotions, which most people should not be doing. You should not be doing promoted listings if you don't know how to sell items to begin with. But a store subscription, I think it makes sense around 500 items. If you Google what eBay store should I get, what plan should I get, they'll tell you, they'll walk you through what store makes sense for you.
Let's see, a question from William.
Yep.
What's faster, listing from a phone or a computer, in your opinion?
So if you list from okay, guys, I'm going to reveal a little bit of the secret sauce. You guys ready? So I have been partners with Tech and Sports for 3 years now in this Facebook group. And with my Poshmark closet is the first time I am actually trying to do it like him. Okay, now let me give you guys just how insane it is. He averages 23 seconds for 12 photos, okay, and 23 seconds to list an item. Okay, we're talking around 100 listings an hour, photos and listing, okay? It's hard to even comprehend that because most people are taking 10 minutes per photo and 10 minutes to list. They're doing one listing every 20 minutes. He's doing one listing every 46 seconds. So what was the question? Oh, what's faster?
Yeah.
Guys, people can't even turn their phone on and like get to the app in 46 seconds. Like he's literally camera on, start. 1 second later, he's starting. Camera on, start. At the end, plug it into his computer. Done. 23 seconds later. It's unbelievable. So me trying to copy it, the first attempt on Poshmark, I was able to do 35 sets of photos in 31 minutes, right? And I did 35 listings in about an hour because it was my first time on Poshmark in a long time learning how to do it. And essentially, I was not looking at how he does it. I was just like, oh, how does he do it? Oh, he's amazing. He can do it. He's some kind of like amazing unicorn. He's not an amazing unicorn. Like, he is not a physical specimen by any means. He's not, there's nothing special about him. If you guys actually watch the video that he made of him doing it, you'll be like, oh my God, what have I been doing? Okay, because like most people, even though our group has 2,000 people in it, that video only has like 10,000 views. Like, I have now watched that video like 40 times. I'm still finding things that he does to make it faster. We're talking, in my opinion, the greatest reseller of all time. 500,000 items sold, tens of millions of dollars profit made. Number one dad, 10 other businesses, 50 rental properties, bills paid forever, never needs to work again, most $100 plus sales. That's like the most ridiculous thing ever. So his video of him doing it in our Patreon group is like worth $1 million. And he's not even, okay, this is the part that I didn't get. Because I've been in the group for I started the freaking group and didn't understand. Okay, for 3 years, I've watched this video. I don't care about monetization. Half-assedly, I've been watching this video instead of studying it. Like not the best reseller ever made this video, please pay attention, right? And watching the video over and over again and being like, oh my God, that's why he does this. Oh my God, that's why he does this. And he's like, bro, why is this so revolutionary to try something? He's like, this is how you resell. Try something. Learn something. Oh, wow. Try something, learn something. Oh, wow. Repeat until you make lots of money, right? That's how you do it. Most people are like, oh, wow, before they try it. Try it. Actually try to do it. Try to take photos in 23 seconds. Look at what your process, why it's taking you so freaking long. Look at how he does it and be like, okay, wow, I'm doing like 900 things that are not important. I'm not going to link it. It's in our private group. It's just like, I just can't believe it. How long it's taking me to do things. So guys, I was just watching Paul Akers. And you guys know I'm like a big fanboy of him. His company up in FastCap. So he, on average, was taking 45 minutes to set up a machine to make a product. 45 minutes. These kids from Toyota came over. They changed this process, and it took it from 45 minutes to 2 minutes. That's how bad he was at his process, and that's how I feel. I'm doing things that take 45 minutes to take some people 2 minutes. Now, this is really important, guys. So important. Please pause the video, get a pen and paper, and just stop driving and pull over for a second. Guys, people keep saying these videos make you feel stupid. I feel stupid every day, but I'm not depressed or discouraged about it. I just want to get smarter. Right? No one is born with all the information. We have thousands of videos. Most people listen to them like the radio. We noticed that from the last podcast. Most people listen to our podcast like the radio. Mm-hmm. I'm not listening to it like the radio anymore. I'm there to get the nuggets of wisdom out and try it. I want to try it and be like, oh wow, I cannot believe this is so much easier this way. The number one reason that people do not do flat lay is because they say it hurts their back, right? And we're talking about 23 seconds to take a set of photos on the ground. Like, somebody made the comment in the group, how many times are you bending over each day and not getting paid? Right? 23 seconds to make $10? That's like 23 seconds to make $10 on the low end. If you're tech and every single item averages $20 when he was doing it, right? We're talking about bending over for 23 seconds to make $20. Guys, it takes 4 seconds to bend over and pick up a $20 bill. Okay, like, that's not, forgive me for the term, not back-breaking work to just bend over 4 times to take a picture of a shirt at the waist. He's not crawling on his knees. And also, if you can't bend over like that, we have tons of resources in the group where you do a vertical flat lay. It's just slower. There's nothing wrong with doing it on a hanger or flat or on a table or sitting. It's just slower. So like, you don't let like the way that you do it get in the way of like, oh, I can't do it in 23 seconds because I don't want to bend over. Then don't try to do it in 23 seconds. Mm-hmm. Just do it slower. Mm-hmm. So I think that right now the podcast is not supposed to make you feel stupid. This shows that encourage you guys to learn, to make it less of a struggle. I don't know. I'm off my soapbox. I just feel like I am not here to discourage you guys. I'm not here to say you're a moron, but I am saying you're a hot pile of garbage. I'm a hot pile of garbage. Let's all work together and be better. Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to pretend why are you trying to pretend like you're something you're not? I'm not. I'm perfectly fine being village idiot and trying to improve. You trying to pretend that you're awesome when you just started is so stupid. That actually is stupid. You just started. Why would you be good at this? I think that maybe it's entitlement. You guys feel like you should be really good at it even though you just started. Why are you good at it if you just started? It doesn't make sense. Okay.
Let's see. Question from... Where was it? Oh, Matt. Matt says, how should I handle going on a 5-day vacation while still maintaining top rate status?
Cancel your vacation. Just kidding. All right, so if you're going to go on vacation, this is what you do. I recommend either turning your store completely off and actually taking a vacation. So literally end all your items, right? And turn off your phone. Don't even worry about eBay for 5 days. Actually recharge, depending on the size of your store. If you don't want to do that, you could do a 5-day handling time the day you leave, or maybe starting the day before, then 4 days, then 3 days, then 2 days, then 1 day. And then when you get back, message all your customers, hey guys, I'm finally back in town. Just letting you guys know I'm going to be shipping out tomorrow. So when I go on vacation when I had an eBay store, I essentially messaged everybody that bought something while I was in the bathroom. Because like my wife is not okay with me working on business when I'm with the family. Because she's like, what is the point of trying to be so successful if you sacrifice your happiness for it? So like, get your work done at work and come home and be with your family. So when I'm on vacation, if I'm on my phone, my wife will be like, why are we even here? Let's just go home. Let's just go back to work. So I recommend that you do it not when you're with your family. So message all your buyers when they buy something at a certain time of day and let them know, hey guys, I'm gonna be gone, right? And let you know that I'll be shipping in 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, and give yourself a cushion. If you're leaving for 5 days, I'd probably shut the store down or increase the handling time 1 or 2 days before to accommodate for offers. Because the worst thing that can happen is you send an offer, they don't accept it until you're gone. So try to get all the offers out of the way 1 or 2 days before. Give yourself a little bit of grace period for 1 or 2 days when you get back, because when I got back from Japan, after being gone for 2 weeks, I was not able to fulfill all the orders that next day. I wish I'd given myself 2 days to ship.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure, give yourself a little extra time. If people do not want to wait, just refund their money. Say, sorry about that. We can't get there, right? You could use time away, but I prefer extending your handling time, because people will see time away and not buy it. I'd rather buy it and the person tells me, hey, I'm on vacation. My handling time is set to 5 days. Is that okay with you? If not, no problem. But the reason why you don't use time away is some people would say, no thanks, buy it from somebody else. I still want to give myself a chance to buy it. I want the customer to like, oh, this person's on vacation? Good for you. I like buying from other people. I like small business. I would rather buy all my things from small businesses.
Nicola is asking, what is the most efficient camera for photos?
Okay, the snarky answer is the one that you use, because there's plenty of people who use an iPhone and are fast. Plenty of people who use a camera that are fast. The camera is faster because there's no transfer time. So any point and shoot camera that when you plug in the camera into the SD card into the computer, that it reads instantly is going to be the fastest. So the best point and shoot, we recommend Canon ELPH. However, maybe I'll go camera shopping with Christine and we'll look for something that can take pictures in square mode. That would be useful. So maybe if you guys have a recommendation for square mode camera point and shoot, ideally under $300 so that it's affordable for people, that would be great.
Laura says, I've been doing promoted listings from the beginning. I'm afraid if I stop that it will result in lower sales. Any thoughts?
If you have great items at great deals, it's not going to matter. I'll give you guys an example. So I'm on Whatnot right now doing streams, right? So yesterday I did 100 giveaways. So I gave away $7,000 worth of stuff. Let me ask you guys, do you think I need to promote that store? Do I need to promote that show? It said $7,000 in giveaways. Do you feel like people will join the call or join the show without me doing promoted? What do you guys think? Yes or no? People would actually come to get $7,000 worth of free stuff, or no? Can't see the chat. Hopefully people are saying yes. Oh, okay. So people would come. Okay, guess what? Even though I did $7,000 in giveaways yesterday, right? I still promoted my show. I paid money to rank on top. Okay? Because I want to be on top. I'll pay for the extra. So if you can afford promoted listings, Laura, do it, right? If you cannot promote promoted listings, you don't need them. You just need a great deal with the great item. Only use promoted listings if you can afford to. So it shouldn't discourage you. Just think it's going to get a little bit less. So just do it the best that you can. So like when I started, I couldn't give away 100 items to get people to come to the show. You know, like 3,000 people came because of that. But if you can give away one item, you're doing better than somebody who can't give away anything. And if you have great items, you don't need a discount. Don't need a discount. So really important, guys. Promoted listings is extra, not to get sales. So it's like, okay, guys, I'll give you a perfect example. If you have a Chevy Astro van, right? And nobody wants it, but you say, you know what? If you buy this van, I'll give you a bar of gold. Right? And now suddenly there's all these people lined up to buy the van. It's not the van that's selling, it's the bar of gold. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to like, okay, I know you really want a Patagonia jacket, but I have this Merona jacket, right? And I'll give you $30. Then they just Go buy the Patagonia jacket with the $30. Your promotions are extra. They're extra. They help you get more sales, not get a sale. So I don't know. I feel that's why I left it off my list today. The 9 reasons why your sales are slow are not promotions. So Laura, is it Laura? I don't want you to feel discouraged if you can't promote. You don't need it. You don't need followers. You don't need likes. You just need people to actually care about your item. Um, yeah, I saw somebody with 400 people in their stream on Whatnot. It was their second show. No social media following. It was just $1 Lululemon. I mean, like, that's good enough. $1 Lululemon plus free Lululemon, people will come to your show.
Alicia has a kind of long question.
Yep.
I am a stay-at-home mom with a 2-year-old. I'm currently listing 7 a day with only time to list being morning, nap time, or night. I live in Montana and am able to source what I list from my local Goodwill. What would be the best way to grow from here? I can only source 3 hours a week.
I would get the best items you can in 3 hours a week and don't buy garbage. Just please learn from me and don't buy a whole bunch of garbage to list. If you only have 3 hours a week, just get 5 or 10 items that are really good. Make $50 to $100 on those items and just call it a day. When you have more time to work on it, you can put more time into it. But it's unrealistic to get more than that. What ends up happening is people only have 3 to 5 hours, so they buy an entire car full of garbage and go home and try to make money out of it $1 or $2 at a time. They end up losing money because they spent more money shopping. So I use this example on my video today that we filmed, but my friend Matt came to visit me. We went thrifting. We went to 14 stores. It took all day. It took 8 hours of thrifting. 14 stores, he only bought 8 items. Those 8 items were $1,000 profit. He looked through every single men's item and only found 8 pieces in 14 stores in the entire Bay Area, guys. We were not entire Bay Area, a tiny portion of the Bay Area. We went to 14 stores and he only found 8 items. Hopefully that encourages you guys to spend more time out there looking and not pick up garbage. He's looking for a minimum $20 profit.
G Stop Studios has a question.
Yep.
Hey Chris, would you recommend thrifting or online auction where you bid on items and go pick up the items from the auction house? You can bid on items individually rather than a pallet.
Online auction if you can, because you can see more items. Guys, let me know in the chat. I know I talk about this every single show, but Brad is the largest reseller of video games in the world, and he is in our group. Where does he source 100% of his games?
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz.
You have said this before.
Where does he purchase? He's the number one seller of video games. $40 million a year worth. He sells $40 million a year.
That's right, William.
Yeah.
eBay.
He sells $40 million worth of games a year on eBay. His town does not even have one stoplight. Guys, they call it BFE. Have you guys heard of BFE? He lives in BFE. One stop sign. Middle of nowhere is what it means. He lives in the middle of nowhere. Hold on, let me see what this is. Hello?
Hi, is this Chris?
Yes.
Hey, this is Mano with KW Commercial. I'm a leasing agent for the Rush family.
Can I call you right back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. I'm looking for a bigger warehouse, so that was the...
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What?
My warehouse is way too small. I want 7,500 square feet.
We just moved to this.
I know, we just moved to this one. It's way too small. I need way more space.
Oh my god.
Do I recommend selling similar clothes in lots? No, I recommend you don't use lots, especially in the beginning. Unless you're getting rid of inventory and you want to sell locally, I wouldn't sell lots. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of time to make lots. You need to have a large operation so that you can make a lot of lots. But 1 or 2, I'd rather you just spend the time to list them individually.
Matt says, question, how important is it to give feedback to your buyers and how do you handle it?
The more feedback you can give, the more often, the better. So I always leave my coupon. maybe that's secret sauce. I'll tell you guys anyway. But I leave my private coupon on the feedback on somebody else's profile. So I'm like, save 20% off with Make Progress Daily coupon on my store. Somebody else might see it and be like, oh wow, this idiot posted his coupon here. I'm gonna go to the store and buy something and use it. I mean, that's like the best. That's the best.
Javid says, how do you find which items are selling?
Great question. Okay, so guys, I think you guys have to watch. We have a $100,000 a year call. Actually, it's not recorded, but in the group we have a $100,000 a year call, $250,000 a year call, and $2 million a year call for different levels of resellers. In the 100K call today, Tech and Sports was showing a hat. He asked everybody in the group what the hat is worth. Everybody said, there's like 250 people in the 100K group, that it was worth between $15 and $40. There were two hats listed on eBay, one for $29, one for $39. He sold his hat for $119. Right? So, yes, I did on eBay. He sourced all $40 million worth of video games on eBay to resell back on eBay
Yeah.
and Amazon. So anyway, why did he sell his hat for $119? And two people have it listed for $29 and $39. They didn't even sell theirs. Theirs are still sitting. He sold his and it sold in 2 days for $119. Exact same hat. Okay? And he's about to blow people's minds again on tonight's call with like 10 more examples of this where he knows the keywords and people don't. How do you become an expert in your niche? You learn what keywords your buyers care about. This is so advanced eBay, it's mind-blowing. So like, right, you know about a specific artist, you know who's looking for that shirt, you know who's looking for that protractor, you know who's looking for something, you're an expert in your niche, you're gonna kill it. So $119 for a hat in 2 days, same hat on eBay. I don't know if he bought the other two so he could sell them for $119, but he knows who's shopping for those kinds of hats. So he put in the right keywords to bring those boys to the yard. Does that make sense, guys? The other two hats are invisible. The people looking for it can't even find it. Wrong keywords. So it's a bit unfair because we play this game on Friday where whoever can find the best snipe gets $50. He was winning every single week, so we discontinued that program. But like essentially, he knows all these keywords that people don't know. So it's like he'll type in, Rolling Stones 1948 or something, and that will mean something, and he'll find one that someone has listed for $12. He'll sell the same thing for $300. He gave me 2 examples of stores that only do that. They sit at home all day and look for people posting the wrong items for the wrong item specifics. They buy those items for $10 or $20 and they sell them for $300. It's mind-blowing. This person has a $300 ASP selling t-shirts they buy on eBay from the comfort of their home in their pajamas. Right? At home in their pajamas all day, waiting for people to list it wrong. So to give you guys another example of that, we were talking about scarab rings in the group, and some scarab rings sell for like $60 to $80. And there's a lady in the group who's sniping people who don't know what they're listing. So like Egyptian rings are hot. So like turquoise, bugs, insects, hieroglyphics, like things that are Egyptian themed are very valuable right now. They're very trendy. But people are not going to post Egyptian beetle ring, right? Egyptian beetle scarab ring. They don't know what it is. They might post blue bug ring, right? So their blue bug ring, no one's finding that, right? Except for the person that knows Egyptian jewelry is valuable and they know what markings to look for and they're searching for it, finding it. They're buying your bug ring for $8 free shipping that you got at a garage sale for 50 cents. They sell that same ring for $80 plus shipping. So this group makes me feel dumb every day, and it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, okay? I feel like feeling dumb is fine. Why do you have to feel so smart? I want to be the dumbest person in the room always. I'm completely fine with that. And it's usually true.
Javid Javid says, I have listed my products on Poshmark and eBay and I get no sales. I have like 5,000 followers and I don't know why.
Because followers don't matter. You don't need followers. In fact, followers and following people sucks because on Poshmark, this is so freaking annoying.
Yeah.
They notify me when people are starting their shows. It's actually distracting to have followers and be following people. You can just list great items and they'll sell. So I'll give you guys an example. I'll show you guys the Posh stats. I'll show you my Posh statistics so far, first month, to inspire you. So my first month on Poshmark so far, I started at this time. I have $6,287. It's been I've been on Poshmark for like 20 days. So I'm averaging $300 a day. I just started. You can see before that there are no sales because I didn't have any items on Poshmark. I'm only listing things people want just to make sure that it goes fast, right? And I'm averaging around 10 sales a day right now on Poshmark. But the main thing is the 9 things we talked about on this video. There are items that I posted that suck and I sold them for cheap to get my money back to buy a better item. That's the secret. All the items that I listed in my Poshmark closet that sucked, off season, I'm using that money to buy items that are good. Right now, what's selling for me on Poshmark, I mean, this may be shocking to you guys, but sandals. I'm selling so many sandals because it's sandal season, right? I would be listing shorts right now. If I was broke and I was trying to make this work, I'd only be listing sandals and shorts. I don't want to list boots right now. It's not boot season. So if you are struggling financially, just sell your items for as low as possible. Okay, let me back up for a second. Followers do matter, but they shouldn't be the reason you do sell items. Does that make sense, guys? What you want to do is sell a ton of items, then get followers. Does that make sense? Because if you have a really, really great stuff and then you have an audience, then it's like game over. You kill it. But if you have terrible stuff and a great audience, it doesn't work. Okay, let me ask you guys. Right here. I have 100,000 followers, right? 150,000 followers. This you can buy on Amazon, 4 for $10, right? Who wants this for $79.99 plus $12 shipping? I'm going to list this sharp yellow object. Sharp yellow object, $80 plus $13.95 shipping. 5-day handling time. And I'm going to list it in the fish tank category. Guys, that doesn't work.
Fish tank category.
It's not going to sell. That's what you guys... No, it doesn't work. Oh, the knife does work, but that would not work. You have to list things that people are looking for.
I'd buy it just because it's
Oh my goodness. That does happen when you have a following, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
That's not the point. In fact, I kind of feel weird about that. I don't want to sell stuff purely because of my audience. I want you guys to buy it because you actually want it. I know, it's interesting. It's really an interesting thing. But yeah, if you don't have a following, then you can't sell this sharp object in the fish tank category for $79. I would also feel weird selling it at that price.
Yeah. You could... Okay.
Yeah.
And Christine says, should I go to Nordstrom, Saks, Neiman Marcus to find out what I should source to seek at least $20 to $30 profit per item? Any ideas on high profit items?
Who is that?
Christine.
Christine. Okay, Christine. So in our group, we advocate the zip code call. What the zip code call is it teaches you to find the $20 plus profit items in your area. Let me give you an example. What's this lady's name again?
Christine.
Christine. As an example, where I live, a very popular brand that you can find that's $20 profit is called Beta Brand. Betabrand. Here, in the Bay Area, they donate their defects. So when the stores here can't sell their items or they get a return, they drop it off at Goodwill or Salvation Army. That item sells for $40 to $90 on eBay, depending on what it is. You can buy it at Goodwill for $8. But now they listen to my video with their AI. Maybe they pick up Beta Brand and it's $30 at Goodwill now. But if they don't know that and you know that, and in your area you have beta brand, it would work. I don't have beta brand. I mean, you may not have beta brand in your area, so it wouldn't work. So in our group, we teach people how to find stuff in their area because it doesn't matter if you can't find it. There's a really hot brand called Dixon. I think it's Dixxon. I've only found it one time here, but it's like popular in Arizona. Here, I never find Southern Tide, and I never find. I don't find that much Carhartt and that much Duluth Trading Company here when I go out. I don't find a lot of Western wear here. I don't find a lot of rodeo equipment. I don't find any tractor equipment because I'm not in the right area. I don't find a lot of golf stuff in my area because I'm in the city where there's no golf courses. But if I went to the suburbs, it's like Peter Millar all day. So it really depends on where you are and what you're looking for. But if you're looking for the $20 profit items, most likely you just don't know what they are. You're just leaving them at the thrift store because you haven't researched enough in your category. Please smash the like button, guys. Hopefully this is useful information.
Annabella Art says, hi from the UK. Poshmark has recently launched here for us.
Yep.
What's your favorite thing about Poshmark and also your least favorite?
My favorite thing about Poshmark is that 9 out of 10 people list their items really high. So it makes my items look like such a good deal. Like if you're looking for Topshop as an example, right? Everyone on Poshmark, for some reason, is selling them for $40 to $50. I'm selling them for $15. And mine are new. There's a pre-owned for $50 and mine are $15 new. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Mine are makes my items look so good. Like, that's my favorite part about Poshmark. The people who list their items for MSRP. Pre-owned item, $75 new. Their pre-owned one, $85. I don't understand. I've never seen a platform with higher prices than Poshmark.
Last week we were talking about it, and some people in the comments were saying that it's because Poshmark has like higher fees or something like that.
I don't know why people are doing it. I feel like the Poshmark fees are comparable because they don't charge you the 20% fee on shipping or tax. So, yeah, I like how transparent Poshmark is. I like that they added the automatic sharing. That's huge. Like, let's see how long this takes. I'm going to share my closet now. Open up the platform. Share to followers. Available items. Select all. Share. Done.
Oh, nice.
That is not bad. Before you had to
Yeah,
get a
that's
bot and do all this crazy
way
stuff.
better.
Now you can just share your closet in 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. That was like 10 seconds. Right? And it's sharing now. And it is done. So I just shared my closet right now. That's pretty straightforward, but I love how high the prices are on Poshmark. It's so awesome. People don't care about the market. Poshmark is me. I want $80 for my jeans. I wore them, so they're worth more. On eBay, it's not like that. On eBay, it's cutthroat. Like, people will eat your lunch if you list it that high. On Poshmark, maybe your aunt will buy it from you for $80. Just, that's not really realistic with a normal buyer.
Matt says, do you ship your clothing double bagged, clear poly bag and a poly mailer?
Yes, sadly. So most of it, I would rather not do that, but my storage system, they're in plastic bags.
So you just put it straight in?
I don't comp on Posh because it's BS. Like it's impossible to comp on Poshmark because you have no idea what the item's actually sold for. You would use eBay to comps. Also, guys, people are not dumb. They compare eBay and Poshmark before they make a decision. You guys know that, right? So people are looking at eBay and Poshmark to look at the prices. If it's $80 on Poshmark and everybody's asking $80, but on eBay it's $40, they're not going to buy it on Poshmark.
Anas says, please, what are the profitable products on eBay?
Are you being serious? There's like...
That's the question, yes.
There's... Guys, can you guys guess how many items sell on eBay a day? I know we've talked about this too, but I don't even know if you guys can fathom this number. You guys ready? Please smash the like button. 173 million items sell a day.
Wow.
Guys, you can't find one thing. 173 million things per day sell on eBay. More than Poshmark sells in an entire year. That's why people are asking like, oh, why do you recommend eBay over Poshmark? It's 500 times bigger. So, guys, don't be mad and feel dumb that you can't sell anything. Just be better. 173 million items a day sell. Guys, you should be able to find something.
Jarvid says, yes, do you write keywords in the title or description?
Both. The main ones I actually write in the first 4 words. Because people can, because you guys see this? Echo Sandals, Women's 9. Most people only see those 4 words. So can you make a decision with Echo Sandals, Women's 9? I can. That's good enough to at least know if I want to click on it or enough. If you were to write authentic, awesome, fire emoji. Bro, I don't know what that is. Authentic, awesome fire emoji? What am I buying? That's what people do. Poshmark also does that. I'm going to see if I can find one. See if I can find one. See if I can find one.
His Poshmark closet name is it's
Reseller Nirvana.
Reseller Nirvana.
Reseller Nirvana.
Yeah.
I can find one for you guys. Here we go. Amazing. This title, not joking. Beautiful, authentic is the first 2 words. What is that? What are you buying? Beautiful, authentic. What do you guys think it is? I have no idea what I'm buying. It's crazy. Somebody went to all the work of taking a photograph and they have a title. It's beautiful, authentic. Yo. That's a crazy title, man. People can only see the first 4 words. You're going to use beautiful and authentic. Those are long words too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are long.
If you really want, you can include one fire emoji and I won't get mad at you. But like, beautiful, authentic, that's all your characters. It's crazy.
Parviz is asking, how do you know what people want? Question mark, question mark, question
Oh
mark.
yeah, great. So in the eBay sold, so you're gonna pull up eBay with your trusty phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a supercomputer in their pocket, right? You're gonna search for something in the search button, right? Click for search, right? And then you're gonna click on something or type in something. Here's an example. I really find this fascinating that, let's see if I can find it. Okay, so you guys can see, hopefully you can see, this is the Rolex Daytona Meteorite dial. The one just sold for $112,000. I find that interesting because there's a watch store on Rolex with 100 watches in it and they sell 1 per month and the average profit is $5,000. So I thought that was just interesting because who would have thought you could sell 1 thing per month and make $5,000, right? So you're gonna spend your time in the solds every day when you're waiting in line at the grocery store, when you're getting gas, start looking. I am 100% against cross-listing because 1, people are on their phone all day and it's really, really bad mental health. I only have the Poshmark app on my phone so I can show you guys. It's really, really bad to look at your phone all day. It's not productive. List on one platform. Don't waste any time delisting. Don't waste any time cross-posting. Spend all your time finding great items. List on one platform. Poshmark or eBay or whatever. Don't waste your time cross-posting. You're bad at one platform, now you want to be bad at 3 platforms? That's how I look at it. Bad times 3 does not equal good. Bad times 3 equals worse.
So to find products again, you're looking at solds to...
So you type in something that you want to look up.
Yeah.
What? Let's type in watch. There are 2.3 million watches on eBay. I'm going to type in sold. There are 630,000 watches that sold in the last 90 days. Okay?
So you look at the...
That's 7,000 watches sell per day. Okay? You go through now and you look at which watches sold, you buy those ones. I know it sounds like I'm being patronizing, and maybe I am a little bit, but you need to look at what people are buying, not what you can find.
Yeah. So there's that handy solds
There's the handy solds button.
So
you want to literally see? Okay, I guess
Well, there's a lot of questions for...
it says sold on the app. That's how you do it.
Solds.
Okay. Guys, is this useful information?
Gina says, how...
No, hell no on Vendu, hell no on List Perfectly, hell no on all those sites. No, hell no. Just save your money and buy a good item. No cross-posting. None. Stop it.
Stop that.
Stop it. If you're not getting sales, it's not the platform. Do you really want to be on your phone all day?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta sit by my phone. If I get a sale, I'll delist on the other ones.
Yeah.
Hell no. I'm gonna give you your life back. Don't cross list. Enjoy your life. Your significant others will hate you. Oh, I know we're having dinner right now. I know it's our 25th anniversary, but I don't care about you. I care more about cross listing. So let me step outside during our dinner and delist from eBay. No way. I'm not doing that. Don't do that. It makes zero sense. It ruins your personal life. Don't cross-post. How much money do you need? 153 million items sell a day. Just like, how many sales do you need?
Gina is asking, how do I delete all of my Poshmark listings and relist in bulk?
I have no idea how to do that.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know how to... That's why I don't want my Poshmark closet to be over 1,000 items. I don't know how to use any of the bulk things because it doesn't seem to work. The bulk editor doesn't work very well because it includes the items I've already sold. Why does it do that? Can someone explain to me how to use the bulk editor and not include the items I've already sold? That makes zero sense to me.
Teaching AI says, I doubled my listings the past week and my sales went down. eBay is a mystery.
That's a common problem. Just because you list more, it doesn't mean that you'll make more. You have to list the right items. So listing more does not mean you'll sell more, unfortunately, sadly. It has to be the right types of items.
Javid is asking, do you think Nike jackets or Adidas shorts will sell right now?
Okay. I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but let's find out. Let's wager a guess, guys. How many Nike shorts do you guys think sold today? $3,033 Nike shorts sold today. Do you think, is that enough?
Wait,
3,000
just
sold.
today? And it's not even noon?
Just today. That's a lot. That's a lot. People are saying 5,000, 10,000. That's today. How do you find...
You look at the solds tab.
Look at the solds tab.
On eBay. That's how you find how many sold.
I just do Nike shorts sell. Guys, are you trolling? Let's go 4 more questions, fam. 4 more questions.
Shanks is asking, hi, how do you comp on Posh?
You don't. The comps are fake on Poshmark. You have no idea what people are selling things for because if they make an offer on a multiple listing, it shows what the item was listed for. I think that's probably why Poshmark comps are people price so high.
Yeah.
Because they see, oh, this sold for $1,000. No, it was listed for $1,000 and they accepted $20 for it.
Yeah, Shank says prices are so different on eBay versus Poshmark.
They're really not that different, in my opinion. They're not that much different.
Mm.
People's asking prices are a lot different, but the actual sold prices, I highly doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't have that much money and they want to spend $60 or less on an item that they want. So that's the same on both platforms. I think that if you have problems with mental health, do not cross post. Unless you like being on your phone instead of with your friends and family all day, waiting for that sale so you can delist on another side. Like I'm not doing that. It's horrible. It ruined my life for like 2 years while I cross posted. So stupid. I tripled my income not cross posting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when I stopped cross posting till now, that's like 3 years ago, I haven't done less than $100,000 a month since I stopped cross posting. Like 2 years straight of over 100,000 a month, one platform. So like I'm not even good. Ask like 10 resellers if my information is useful. One of them will tell you I'm an idiot. And still, I'm able to get to that point on one platform, and I don't know what I'm doing. You can learn from me and skip all the years of pain that I did and go straight to knowing what you're doing. One platform. Guys, the companies that tell you that cross posting is awesome is like your barber telling you need a haircut. You know what I mean? Of course you need a haircut. You were here yesterday, you could use a little trim. You can become like me by just doing a little bit each day to become better.
240JZ says, "Hi, I'm trying to get my Poshmark going, and I have 85 items listed and 6 sold in about a month since I
Nice.
signed up. What's the trick? Like eBay listing daily? Anything to help my sales on Poshmark?"
Great items, great deal. Great items, great deal.
Mm.
Bad items, better be an irresistible, ridiculous deal.
Mm.
Okay, like somebody please, I'm going to use my audience right now to sell an item, please. I have a pair of toddler Jordan 7s in my store that I apparently don't know how to list because it's the only item I haven't sold. I'll show you guys right now. I'm going to use my audience to sell it. I will literally accept any offer. That is the pair of baby Jordans that I have that apparently I have no business listing because I don't know the right keywords. I don't know how to get this pair of Jordans to sell. I can't sell for the life of me. They're $12 and I can't sell them. So I'm not a baby shoe expert, so I'm not going to pick these up anymore. I don't know why they haven't sold. So I'm going to stick to what I know, which is like women's sandals, women's sneakers, women's clothing that's on trend, cheap, under $60 that I can buy for a third less. That's what I'm going to focus on.
So, like with eBay, with listing every day, that helps, but with Poshmark, it doesn't. Does that
Yeah,
matter?
and there's no listing every day does not matter on Poshmark.
Okay.
Listing every day matters in the sense that you become consistent in the way that your schedule works. And the algorithm is going to like that because it's going to show that you're active. But if you post, I have amazing items that I posted a month ago that are still going. You can join the group at patreon.com/the Resellers Podcast. I run it with not a moron, the actual greatest reseller of all time. He answers every single question in the Facebook group. You can ask any question you want live too on Tuesday night. So if you want to join today, you can join the Zoom call tonight. He'll answer any question you want. He'll treat you with dignity. But honestly, guys, you can't tell what the solds are from Poshmark because they're inflated. We'll take 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah, you can paste the link, Jared. Go ahead.
LA Grit Hustle says, "Do you recommend setting the immediate payment feature on eBay? I've had several sales where the buyer doesn't pay."
Yeah, I do. I'm not a fan of making, like, somebody else will come if you have a great item. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Was that the saying? I take the money when they have it. If somebody promising to pay, that doesn't mean anything to me. That's like a like or a follow. I can't pay bills with that.
Brian has 2 questions.
Yep.
Do you use promoted listings and do you feel it helps sales? Also, do you recommend Terapeak for sold comps or traditional eBay solds?
Guys, I have a story that will help you with that. I always promoted my listings and I always promote every time there's an opportunity. What was the second part?
Do you recommend Terapeak for sold comps or traditional eBay solds?
I recommend it whatever you have time to do. Terapeak is a little bit more advanced, but on the fly, regular solds is fine. Guys, this story should help you never forget about promoted listings. Coca-Cola, one of the best companies in the world, 50% of their sales are promoted listings. They pay the premium. They have Coca-Cola right in the end cap before you're checking out so that you buy it. They buy the best space in the freezer at every single gas station. That costs extra money. And Coca-Cola is already a good brand. 50% of people go into a store, go straight to the Coca-Cola section and buy it. The other half buy from promoted listings. So for me, I'm going to always promote everything forever because I want all the sales. I want as many sales as possible in the 40 hours a week that I am at work. Then somehow, I haven't figured this out completely yet, but I'd like to turn off my phone and come back to work the next day and actually be present with my family. Because it's like, hanging out with my babies is really cool, and I want people to actually enjoy that. And I know that my wife is telling me that I yell a lot. She's watching the live right now. Do I yell a lot?
Well, it's loud in here. That's why you're yelling this time.
My wife is like, why are you yelling so much? I'm passionate about this.
Yeah, the past week.
Like this is Natalie. I got her a scooter yesterday. Like, do I really want to be relisting instead of hanging out with her? I am, but I am kind of yelling.
Well, it's kind of loud in here.
Yeah, I don't know. It is not. People are saying the background noise isn't that bad though.
Yeah.
We'll answer 2 more questions.
Wait, do you want to... They're asking for the link for your Patreon. I think it's in the description. Patreon.com/
Patreon.com/The Resource Podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, did I sell them? Yes! I used my audience. Let me see. Probably not. No, they're still there. Sadly. They're still there. It's the only one I haven't sold. It's so sad. So sad. Eventually they'll sell, guys. But somebody in the chat said that they're bricks. That's why they haven't sold. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like you should be able to sell a pair of Jordans for $12.
Someone is saying, so I hear what you're saying about cross-listing.
Yeah.
What happens if you're making sales on all of those sites and how do you decide which one to get rid of so you're not cross-listing?
So I would just pick the platform with the most traffic ideally. And what you want to do is just, whenever you are switching from 2 systems into one, just stop using one of the systems until you sell out. That's how I would do it. And right now, I technically sell on 2 different platforms, Whatnot and Poshmark, but I don't list the same items on both, if that makes sense. So I'm listing items on Poshmark that I wouldn't stream on Whatnot. You can sell on eBay and Poshmark, in my opinion, if it's different items, because then it's not, you don't have to sit by your phone all day and delist, relist. You can actually have a life. The Jordan 7s also look fake. They're not fake, but it looks like a fake shoe in person. They look stupid. So like, it's one of my least favorite Jordans. They don't look great. But Isaiah in our group, the leader of our shoe call, did not know what a Jordan 7 was. And so I picked these up just to show him what a Jordan 7 looked like, and I regret it. The worst Jordan. It's the worst one.
Let's see. Matt is asking, Chris, do you have any horror stories about losing money in your early days reselling because you didn't know what you were doing?
That's like my whole life, bro. This entire channel is about me wasting time. Like, if you could just... Chris, thank you so much for wasting the last 7 years of my life so I can just go straight to making money. That would be the best comment. You could make my day. So that my 7 years of being stupid and wasting time wasn't for waste. You guys could watch my first video where my system was stuff on the floor, and now it's a lot better now.
Debbie says, do you think Whatnot is a good place to sell?
Yes. I do think it's harder than eBay, though. Because I'm finding success on Poshmark a lot faster than Whatnot. Way faster. Way, way, way faster. It took me a lot longer to get going on Whatnot. Way longer.
Cool Guy is asking, what if I don't have a niche? I just get random things at garage sales and list them. Is that a bad way to build an eBay store?
It's not necessarily bad, but it's hard to predict. Since I list the same kinds of items every single day the same way, I get pretty much, I can expect to make a certain amount of money. If you do different stuff every day, you're going to make a different amount of money every day, and that's hard. That's like telling your wife, honey, when I go to work every day, sometimes I don't make anything, and sometimes I make a lot. That's not. She might be like, okay, time to find somebody new. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to work with somebody who makes a different amount of money every single day. Guys, there's 500 people in the chat. Thank you so much for coming. I guess I do yell a lot, but appreciate everybody. We're out of here. We're going to put up a video hopefully tomorrow, if not Thursday, because we were late in doing it today instead of yesterday. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back to Monday next week, and that's it. Bye, guys.
Yep. Thanks for joining in.